So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can export your LinkedIn connection. So everyone that you're connected to, how you can actually export all their data, so their name, their emails, their job titles, and so on. So you can maybe reach out to them on a one-to-one basis outside of LinkedIn and just do some research as to who are the people that you're already connected to on LinkedIn. So this is really easy to do, and you can export all your connections in one go. The first thing that you need to do is go to your LinkedIn account and then click at the top where it says My Network. And obviously we are using a fake LinkedIn account, so it's going to show up as 0 connections. But in your case, obviously you're going to have some more connections on here, and that will tell you how many people you're connected to and how many people you will be able to export from LinkedIn. So if you then click on See All, and then at the top right it says here Manage Synced and Imported Contacts. So then click on that, and then just below that here on the right, it says Export Contacts. So click here again. It should normally open a new page and automatically redirect you here, where there's 2 ways that you can download your data. Now, if you only really need the name and email and the basic information, all you really need to do is the fast file only download, and this will basically send you an email in about 10 minutes. If you click on this button with a link where you can go to download all of the data of the people that you're connected to. So that's what I recommend. I don't really think you need to do anything else unless you're doing some extensive research. But if you just need the names, emails, job titles, things like that, you can just do the fast file only, click on Request Archive, and then you'll be sent an email in your inbox within 10 minutes that you can just click on the link and download your data. And that's how you can export your LinkedIn connections. Okay, so once you've chosen your objective, and remember the objective is really important, and you can't just skip this step, you can't just choose anything, because this is the foundation for your whole Facebook campaign. So it's very important that you choose the right goal, okay, and you choose the right objective. But once you've done that, you'll then move on to advert sets. And this is all about choosing your budget, what channels on Facebook you want to advertise on. So whether you want to advertise on Instagram, because Facebook own Instagram, or whether you want to advertise on the Facebook news feed or in the audience network. So the audience network means other websites that have partnered with Facebook that can also show your adverts. So there's lots of ways that you can target people in the advert set. The advert set is really all about targeting, and you can choose your budget and schedule how long you want your ads to run and so on. But the main thing that the advert set, the main thing that people use the advert set for, and myself included, is choosing the right people to target. Now, rather than just go set up a Facebook campaign and target anyone, or even target people that you think will be related to your target audience, yep, that's great. But there's actually a certain way that you should do it when targeting people so that you can get the best results. So there's three main levels that you can target people on Facebook. The first level is targeting people that have never heard about you before. This is people that would match your criteria. These are people that could be potential customers, but they've never heard about you before. So this is what we would call your cold audience on Facebook. Then you also have your warm audience. So this is people that have heard about you before. This is people that have engaged with your content. This is people that have liked your page. This is people that have gone to your website and you can actually retarget them through Facebook ads. So these are people that have gone to your website, maybe through Google, they found you, or maybe they found you through Twitter or through any other social media channel or even word of mouth or anything really. They're people that have gone to your website, they've heard about you, they've looked into what you do, and now they're part of your warm audience because they've heard about you. They're not really a client yet, but they've shown some interest in what it is that you're doing. So that's really important to keep in mind as well. And then you also have your lookalike audience, and this would be people that have engaged with your content, people that have visited your Facebook page, people that have visited your website. Facebook has all that data about them, and then what they do is they create a lookalike audience based on the data that you tell them to create a lookalike audience for. So where this can be really powerful is if you have people that, say for example, you create an advert to get more video views or to get more engagement on your post or even to generate more leads. So you create a campaign to do that and you generate leads and you get more views and you get more engagement. You can create a lookalike audience based on them people, and Facebook will tell you what kind of people would match or be similar to the kind of people that you've targeted in the past. So this is very powerful. So that's the three kind of advert sets or kind of people that you can target with an audience. So just to recap, it's your warm audience, people that have heard about you before, visited your website, engaged with your posts. It's your lookalike audience. So this is an audience that Facebook would create from their algorithm based on the kind of people that have heard about you before. So this would be people that haven't heard about you yet, but they're very similar people to the people that are in your warm audience. So that's why it's such a powerful feature that you can do in Facebook. And then you have your cold audience, people that have never heard about you before, they're just hearing about you for the first time. And obviously it makes sense to target all three because all three could be your potential clients. So when targeting people in your warm audience and your lookalike audience and your cold audience, you need to set aside a budget for each of those audience. And what we recommend that you do is you set aside your biggest budget towards your cold audience. So let's just say, it doesn't have to be exactly this, but just to mention, a number, you could say you could dedicate maybe 40 or 50% of your budget to a cold audience, okay? And then maybe you can dedicate 30 or maybe even 40% to a lookalike audience, and then maybe 10 or 20% to a warm audience. So the point is that the cold audience should have most of your budget, the lookalike audience should have around the medium amount of your budget, and the warm audience should have your lowest budget, because this is actually targeting people in your warm audience will actually probably be the cheapest option for you, because there's not going to be hundreds of thousands of these people out there. It's going to be relatively small. So just keep that in mind when you're going through the Facebook advertising. The next step after you've created the people that you want to target is to create your adverts. And it's very important that you don't just create one advert. You can create one advert and see how it goes, but you'll get better results if you create multiple adverts with different text, different images, just to see what one performs better. So again, this is just an overview to give you some idea of how the whole Facebook campaign will come together once we put together all the different pieces and all the different small parts that you need to do in order to make it work. So you have the campaign objective, you have who you're targeting and how much you want to spend to target these people, and you have your actual advert. So this is what people will actually see when you launch your Facebook campaign. So this is very important to know before you actually start doing Facebook ads. Otherwise you could just end up wasting your money. You could choose the wrong objective, or you could not target the right people, or you could maybe just only create one type of advert and it doesn't go very well, and you think, oh, Facebook ads doesn't work because this advert didn't go very well. Which brings me on to my next point. With Facebook ads, you need to do a lot of testing. It's all about testing. You need to test what works and what doesn't. That's really where you get the best results from Facebook ads. The reason why you might hear from different forums and blogs and websites why some people say, yep, this has worked really well for me, or other people say, oh, I can't get this to work for me. It really, if you look into it, it really just comes down to testing. The ones where it has worked. Facebook ads has worked for them. It's because they've tested a lot of different things on Facebook to make sure that they finally found something that works. And that's the only drawback with Facebook, is that you do have to do a lot of testing. Sometimes a lot of testing before you can actually get some real results and actual leads, and really see the potential of what this channel can offer you. But the plus side is that once you do the testing, and once you start to get things that actually start working, you can scale this up massively, because Facebook have one of the biggest target audiences. Actually, they do have the biggest target audience compared to any of the social media channels out there. So if you can get Facebook adverts right, if you can do this right, you can actually target a lot more people in the future and scale up your advertising. So in the beginning, I don't recommend you spend lots of money on Facebook ads. You can maybe spend £5 or $5 or $10 or £10 each day just to get started. There are some people that might spend hundreds or thousands each day, but right now, I don't think that will be the right stage for you. Right now, it's better to keep your budget as small as you can. Obviously not too small, but at the same time, keep it small and just test different things. And then once you test something and you see that it works, then that's when you can increase your budget and get more and more results, and scale up and get even more leads and so on. So that's just an overview of how the whole Facebook campaign will come together and how it will all work. Now, in the next few videos, I'm actually going to show you what you need to do to actually create a Facebook advert. So what you need to do in terms of choosing the right objective, how you can create different advert sets to target different people, and how you can create different adverts. And then I'm going to show you how you can test and optimize that and make sure that you're getting the best possible results.